Okay, moderation. Okay, okay, okay. All right, so this is my imperfect setup, something like that. Let me just get these sounds balanced. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Today, I'm gonna make a beat from scratch. Although I'm tempted to, I put in so much work in this other beat that I posted earlier. But actually, I'm gonna try to figure out how to get to a bank. How do I get to the bank here? So here's oh yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how to go to a new bank. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this is like so. Um, this is so new to me. I know it's probably there. I'm just looking for like the word bank. I know how to go to patterns. Let's see. Okay. You see, I don't. I haven't even I haven't even explored all that. Like I'm just trying to like figure this thing out, right? I got it down to where I can make a beat. That's for certain. I know how to switch patterns. It's just not. I haven't figured out how to. Excuse me. I haven't actually figured out how to go to a different bank, and I shouldn't be trying to fixate on that right now. So I'm just gonna make a beat. So we're gonna start here. I'm just gonna pick a random. I have nothing in here. There's no samples in here. Get 8 tracks. At least that's what I know. And so, what this thing is to me, like to demystify what this is, just gotta. Oh, you said got a dig attack after being on MPC forever. It took me a minute to learn the workflow. Yeah, it's. I had an MPC one as well. Like I had an MPC one for years. It was dope. I actually went from a dig attack to an MPC one, but then I was like, like this workflow kind of changed the way I looked at things, and it was like MPC was cool, but it was just like I couldn't get certain things from the process. So it was like, dang man, I kind of missed my dig attack. So then I ended up getting an octatrack and then going back to dig attack. And now I'm checking this out, right? This thing is pretty cool though, cause like get the polyphonic playback of samples. Um, I've been using a lot of stock sounds in like my recent jams with this, but the other day I was like, hey, let me load in my own sounds in here from like the Hydrosynth from online, the internet, and let me start loading my own samples because I like the stock sounds, but I also like kind of industry standard type of sounds that I be hearing on the radio. So like, cause I make hip hop, so like I like to like them hi hats and stuff like that. So I haven't actually tried to make a actual hip hop or trappy type beat. So maybe that's what I'm gonna use this stream for. Um, so how I would start this off on this machine, you got different machines on this, right? That you have possible. You got a single player machine, multi-player machine, subtracks, MIDI, all that nice stuff. I've only used single track, multiplayer, and subtracks. I have not used this for MIDI. I don't care about MIDI right now. I'm just focused on using this by itself and doing everything in this box. And I've kind of come to that. Like, I personally like to work in one box at a time because I get a focused product at the end of the jam uh, that can, if my brain is split between multiple machines, like I might have like a synthesizer up here. Like up here, I might have the Octatrack, or I might have an actual synth where I'm sampling into this, or I'm just using the Octatrack to mix what I'm doing on here. But for the most part, I like to work with one piece of gear because I like to focus. It could be um, some neural what's that word, neurodivergence, whatever. I like to focus on one box. The reason why, I feel like you focus on what you can get out of one box, then maybe you could expand later. But like if you put all your focus on one box and the operating system of that box, you're gonna get the best product. And then you can probably add something, you know, down the line. But like trying to work with like this plus a syntax plus a digitag, sometimes like it doesn't come out to be the best because there's just so much you can do, and then your brain is so split and apart. And then I'm trying to get an end product. I'm trying to get something I could put on streaming services eventually. You know what I'm saying? I think of each jam as this is recording time, so I want it to be palatable. And also, it's hard to control multiple machines in the mixing live. It takes like phenomenal skill. I know people do that with skill, and they're great. I'm not there yet, so all right. Starting with this, I'm gonna start with the subtrack. Just gonna click create new. Like I said, I'm gonna try to create a sort of trap beat. So subtracks, you get basically 8 tracks in one. So again, you have 8 tracks in this machine, but within the subtrack machine, you basically have 8 tracks within that one track, which is cool. So I was struggling with the subtrack when I first got this. So I was like, yo, how do you assign samples? And it's kind of quirky, it's kind of clunky. Hopefully they fix it in the firmware. But basically how you assign a specific one of these subtracks is you click funk, and then you click track, and then you're gonna go to a particular kit that you want. So I might want a hi-hat. I don't. I'm gonna go to an actual closed hi-hat. I'm gonna just pick that right now. So this is a little clunky too. I think you have to hit the actual that plus yes to actually lock it in there. So that's there. Then you gotta go to the next track. You wanna go to the next track. You click funk to that next one. So this next subtrack, I think I want a snare. I'm just gonna go into this Metro Boomin kit because shout out Metro Boomin. Okay, we're just gonna take, you know, a basic Metro Boomin clap. I just hit yes. As you know, they're missing. I think they're missing like re-trigger. I don't know why. Hopefully they fix that in the firmware. It's fine. I'm just gonna, because we have 256 steps, I'm gonna speed this up to like 192. I don't know, a super fast trap beat, but I'm gonna use that speed to create a little bounce with the hi-hats. I won't get the stutters, but it is what it is. All right, so this next one, I'm gonna assign this. Oh wait, hold on. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm back on the track with the subtracks. So again, I've so far used 2 out of 8 of these subtracks on this track. So I'm about to go here, funk. I'm going to go back to this Metro Boomin kit. I'm just gonna keep it Metro Boomin. I'm gonna get this. And I mean, you might ask the question, why would you use basic drum kits on this machine? Like, why would you make beats? Why would you buy this beat? Like, oh, can you hear the presets? All right, nah, you can hear the presets. We could absolutely do that. So, I'm gonna save that track for later because I can always go through, you know, your basic sounds. Let me show you some of the presets. So if you wanted to hear some of the presets, let's see. We can start with. Let's start with a. I like their multiplayer presets, right? So. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I actually like their multi-sample presets are pretty nice because it's like. I actually have this connected to my keyboard. I have an Arteria Mini Lab, so if you hear me playing chords, um, eventually off screen, I'm using that. But that's called Darth Mode. I like the settings. I might actually select that. We're gonna assign this multiplayer. This one, what is this one called? I think it's called Complex Digital. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one. I'm gonna use a bunch of multiplayers because I think that's where this thing could potentially shine, right? So this is a duo-tuned. So I guess it's two tunes or whatever. What was the preset you used in the video? TONVERK and convert. I don't remember. Dang, that's a good question. It was probably in my other project. I can actually, you know what? If you have that question, let me see if I can answer that right now. So let me, cause I can create this beat at any time, but let me see if I can answer that question. What I don't like is like right now it just automatically assigns names. I mean, I haven't been studying this too much. I just kind of been playing with it. Let me go to the project file that I think you're referencing. I think it was this one. I'm gonna play it, and then you just let me know. I mean, overall it was awesome. Oh yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go to that actual preset to see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. It's loading. It takes a little bit to load. Give me 1 second. This thing. Okay, so it might be this one. Is it this one? I don't know if this was the particular. Was this the particular pattern? If so, so this is actually this is a preset, yeah. Which particular preset that is? I wish it was like an easy way for me. It's here. It's like a piano. Oh, that's nice. I'm telling you, it's one of these. Oh my gosh, yo, it's is it something? It's in here. It's in here somewhere. Gosh, let me see it. Would it show up for me here? Oh no. I can't tell which one I have selected. Let me let me not mess this up. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna actually look for it over here. I'm gonna try to do that from scratch because I did find that piano sound, and I even used it to make that other saloon type of beat. Cause like, yeah, this thing is kind of sick, and these were stock. So I'm gonna select. Let's just select. I'm gonna do it again. There it is. It's called Degraded Piano. So it's loading Degraded Piano on track 1. So I'm gonna play on my Arteria. Alright, I might just do that. So I'm just improvising. I just made that up. I didn't. Let me see. So we're gonna do 128. I'm just gonna do something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I treat this like a sketch pad. Ooh, that might be like a nice twist to it. Because I have 256, 256 possible steps, I'm gonna count this out and see if I can add some variation to it. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 128 should be enough. I don't need 256, which is crazy. So I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna do it unquantized. Okay, where is the sound? Okay, so I. And again, that's all this. That's just I have a keyboard, connected to this. So we're gonna go here. I had some like synths loaded up. So a little context. Because this is MIDI, I think I can slow this down. Which is so dope because I feel like this is the DAW, but like you get a DAW. I mean, it's obviously not a DAW, but you get the polyphony, like you're in the DAW, plus the electronic sequencer is crazy. Like I'm just like, what? Because like once you start factoring effects, you can turn that into whatever you want it to be. But I might go to do this bass line. I actually got this from the Syntac. So this is from the Syntac. This is called, I think I actually saved, I think it's the acid bass or something like that. I'm pretty sure if you know the Syntac, then yeah, this is gonna go crazy. So. Alright, we're just gonna do something like that. That's kind of corny. Oh, that's the only thing you gotta remember. You gotta also, it doesn't extend the entire pattern, it's per track, so you gotta make sure you're extending that. So I'm gonna do this for 128 bars or whatever. Let me see. Alright, so I'm gonna keep that, but I think for the rest of this video, I might just use stock sounds, just so you could probably follow along. But that was from the Syntac, so you could probably find that bass. I'm sure if you. I'm gonna add some chorus to that. I don't know. I like chorus. So I'm gonna go to this third. I'm gonna add another multiplayer. So I'm gonna try to find something that layers nicely with it. I'm gonna do another multiplayer track. So because the piano has like a certain timbre, I'm gonna get something that's a little lighter, something that can kind of contrast the timbre of the piano and the harshness of the bass. I don't really like that sound. It got a little ashy. I don't know if that makes sense, but it just sounds a little ashy. I need something a little bit. Okay, a little airy. Yeah, so, something like that. So I'm gonna just do. Oh, remember, you have to. I keep doing that. So you have to. For some reason, when you extend the length of the patterns per track by automatically, I know there's probably a way I can do that to extend the entirety. I guess extend the pattern for each of the tracks, but it's per track. So if you ever encounter this, just keep that in mind. Like, all right, so I'm gonna try to record now. We're gonna try to find another multiplayer because these multiplayers are kind of nice. I kind of like the airiness of that. I don't know why. All right, so that's loaded. Oh, so MIDI channel 4. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. We're going to focus on the effects. We're gonna go straight to the ear candy, right? So, because I could just, I'm just making beats, but I think where this thing shines is effects. So I'm gonna show you how I go about making my effects, because that's what like gets me excited. Like, so how the effects work is like you route it to a bus, and like this is like completely new. You route each sound to a bus, and I think this is where this shines, because I can make beats on about anything. I mean, outside of the polyphony, great. I still wish they would allow for pedals to work, but it don't matter. The polyphony is great. I can do whatever melodically, but I think where the shines is what you can do with the effects, and these effects is just next level. So what I like to do is I like to start with one track, right, and see what the bus can do to that one track. So I'm running track 1 into 9. Again, this is a stock multi-sampled piano, and I'm just gonna run it through these effects just to see what it does. And this is just all experimentation. So I'm gonna go to the bus now, and remember, the bus is like a bus track. So you can have this bus track. You could parameter lock this bus track to be 16 to 256 steps. So that means up to 256 different steps of different parameter locks for a bus, and each bus has like 2 effects, plus your standard chorus, delay, reverb. So you could basically have 5 effects across 256 steps, like parameter locking those different parameters within each of those 5 effects. And then I haven't even gotten into the mods, the LFOs, crazy. But yeah, let me just show you. So I'm in bus 9 or bus 1. start with the chrono pitch. I'm just gonna listen to what it does. I'm gonna go completely wet. Alright, so I think the strategy I'm going to use for that is I'm going to start dry. The first things I'm going to parameter lock is dry, halfway wet, then dry, then halfway wet. Oh, actually, and you know what? I already messed up. I'm putting down like actual MIDI, which you can because we're just on the bus track, but I like to actually go into the P-lock lane. You like hit funk up and you go on the P-lock lane. So now I'm just locking in P-locks. It's not even like note information. So now it's, you know, P-locks straight up. So like I said, I'm gonna start dry. Maybe I'm gonna on the after the first 4 beats, I'm gonna go halfway wet. About, I'm not gonna do exactly dry, then halfway wet. Let's see how this sounds. Alright, so now I'm going to see what this parameter does. Just use my ears. Okay, so I like the depth. I like this depth, right? What it does. So what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely going to have it. I might need a little bit more, a more dry wet steps. So I might actually do maybe one at 75, then it comes back down to 50, maybe it comes down to 25, and then I might I'm just gonna copy paste it. Let's just see. Now I'm gonna add this depth now. So I'm gonna do a super extreme depth. I'm gonna do this super, this lower depth at 28. I'm just gonna go super high, super low, super high. Let's just see what weird thing, and I'll just go at 0 at the end. Alright, so now I'm gonna play with the speed to see what it does. So I'm gonna add some speed here. I'm gonna add it super high here, super low here, maybe like a medium high here, medium low here. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Alright, so now I'm gonna get even crazier. I like the frequency warper, so I'm gonna use that as the second effect. So we're gonna have chrono pitch, then frequency warper. Let's see what this does. My goal for this is for it to not sound like anything I would have ever made on purpose. So if it sounds crazy, that's intended. So I'm gonna just have this just sitting 100% wet. Like let's just go here. Let's just add some random P-locks here, because this particular effect gets crazy, and I'm only messing around with the shift right now. again, this is just like this is just 16 steps. I could extend this out and do this for 256 steps. That much variation. Heck, let's extend this to 32. So let's go to the second page. I'm just gonna completely change everything. Let's just. I wish there was a way I could just randomize, because I'm cool with randomizing. Like, you know, I'm not really like too. It doesn't have to sound exactly how I thought it was gonna sound. Like I like the surprises from this box. This box is kind of crazy. So it sounds just terrible. Oh my gosh. Alright, so original sound. I'm gonna try to run this through it now. I'm gonna see what it does. Ooh, this is kind of nice. So it's very it's a lot. That's a lot going on just in one effect. So that's one effects track. Now another strategy I like to do, like taking advantage of these effects, because that's what really sets this thing apart, is like the effects. I feel like the effects in this make it what it is. So what I actually like to do is I like to load up a subtrack. I'll use you know, for purposes of making it accessible. I'm gonna just use a stock subtrack. Use a stock subtrack. I'm just gonna use. I'm gonna use a hi-hat to just get a clear understanding what the effect is actually doing, because I think sometimes having melodies flow into effects kind of, it's very hard to truly understand. Ooh, I'm still in the P-lock. I'm still in the P-lock area. Um, but it's hard to truly know what the effect is actually doing. Like, what is the effect actually doing? So I like to have something like a hi-hat, and I'm just gonna load this hi-hat in. And this is just something I've been playing around with, just a thought, like, oh, sorry. Oh, wait. Oh, it's here. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna use this to really get an idea of what the effect is doing on a dry sound. It's kind of cool. It's like kind of like a delay. It's kind of like a. So I've been using this on drums too. Like, so I might run it through but the second bus and create a new effect from scratch, and now kind of craft this next effect with something as dry as a hi-hat, and see, you know, what how the decision making changes using such a dry sound versus a melody sound, you know, such as a piano. Because using a piano, it, you get something weird and out there, but I think you get something much more refined when you're using a dry sound such as this. So I'm going to use this. I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm trying to explain my logic here. So I'm going to start with a comb filter in this one. I like comb filters. Yeah, comb filter is like. So what I like to do with comb filters, I'm gonna go into P-locks. What I like to do with comb filters, I certainly love um, um, using comb filters to create a lot of dynamics. So I might just start with one P-lock there, have this super slow. The next P-lock might have a higher frequency. This might be super fast. So this one was slow. This one was fast. Might have another one here where it's medium slow. And I don't know if that makes sense. Mid slow. It's not the slowest it could be. I'm going to maybe increase the dry wet balance. Actually, it's all wet here, so I'm just gonna kind of keep extending it. I'm gonna extend it out to a second page. So I have a second page of effects, or I guess parameter locks. I'm gonna also add some more variation here. It's gonna sound different. Ooh, you can do negative feedback, so I'm gonna try that. I haven't actually done that off camera, so this is gonna be some experimentation here. I'm gonna add some detune. I have no idea. I'm gonna modify the frequency on this one. We're gonna mess with the speed here. Let's see what this sounds like. This is why I love the comb filter and I love parameter locking filters. Now, I think I want an even faster change in speed. Now, I know you can kind of accomplish this somewhat with the LFO, but I personally like the idea of parameter locking every single step, or as many steps as possible, because it's so there's so much unpredictability you can create from this, right? So that's the hi-hat sound. Let's actually go back to the hi-hat sound. I want to turn this up so it's in your ear so you can actually hear. Ooh. I think even turning it down kind of gave me a clear idea of what it's actually doing. Alright, so we're going to go back to that bus. I'm going to try, I'm going to mess with I like the degrader. It's kind of interesting. Oh no, I just replaced the comb filter, but all you have to do, the parameter locks are saved. I just select comb filter and it's back, so you don't gotta worry about losing your data in terms of what you've parameter locked. So I'm gonna go to the second effects here. Here I'm gonna mess with the degrader a little bit. Now this is kind of a new one for me. It's kind of interesting because here I was kind of playing around with this with the last jam that I did, and I did something kind of cool. It was like a freeze. It kind of reminded me of like a SP404 type thing. Let me see if I could make it happen. So I just know it's this freeze. It's this freeze parameter. Yeah, but you gotta turn off that freeze. So I'm actually. Ooh, it's crazy. And yo, you could mess with the rate. Like you could. Yo, this is where it just gets nuts. It's just ridiculous. So I use this with the hi-hat specifically because you can hear what the hi-hat is clearly doing. Oh, it's breaking down. I love it. Oh. Oh man, it's getting crazy. Let me turn down the overdrive. It's getting out of hand. Out of hand. Alright, so let's see what happens, after we've done that with the hi-hat. I just want to see what that does to the piano. So we're gonna have the piano go into that effect. Let's see how weird and out there that can get the piano to sound. So yeah, so my new theory is, yo, effects might be like sound drugs. I mean, for lack of better terms, I don't want to get demonetized or anything. Not that I'm getting monetized, but like, yo, effects is like crazy. Cause I, I, did you hear that? Like it's just mad. Like, what is this? So, I can't even describe what sound I just made. Again, I'm gonna actually reverse. Oh, I can't reverse this. Actually, I'm gonna. I Oh my gosh. Yeah. This you could get lost very fast. That's just two. That's just using two. You get four of these. I just used two of these to create two of those. I don't even know what to describe what I just made, but you can basically do that with anything and then just make anything sound like anything, and it's just like, where do you go from here? It's like, this is it. Like this thing is pretty darn cool. Like, yes, the Octatrack is amazing. I just don't think it does effects like this. It's more like performance. You can perform with this, but this is like, if you're trying to make some avant-garde type of, I guess, track or something that cannot be replicated at all. Well, you can't do that. You can't replicate lots of tracks that are made with the Octatrack. You can't replicate. You certainly can't. I can't mentally fathom how somebody would accomplish what I just did in the DAW. It's tough. Like, so these effects, uh, it just kind of melted my brain. I might need to take some time off, like, from this live, because yeah, I completely went off track. I was originally gonna make a beat, but like, these effects. Like starting out with I just recommend if you plan on making anything on this box, start with the beat, so then you can do the effects. But you just might not have enough energy to like sit there and uh, all I'm saying is, man, this thing is pretty awesome, and yeah, I totally recommend it. I'm definitely gonna be back. I'm gonna make more like this. But yeah, thank you for joining me today. I know we didn't make a beat, but we made. Let's see, what it sound like again? I just gotta hear this again. Oh, I mean, just listen to this. If I like, yo, just listen to this. I can even play this. Like, I think I have a theory too. I actually have one more thing before I leave. I actually have a theory. Let me see. So if I let me first copy and paste the sequence so I don't lose this, because this isn't a bad thing. I'm not necessarily crazy about this, but so I pasted this pattern here. Wait, what? What just happened? I mean, what I wanted to do was I wanted to copy this pattern, and then I wanted to paste it here, there. But I also wanted to take away the notes. Now, I think I took away the notes, but did I take away the? I didn't take away the parameter locks. So I just had it. This idea just came to me. What if you wanted to live play these effects with these parameter locks? Oh my goodness. Okay, now this just got fun. I can't even. These are like live play parameter like effects. What's also crazy? I just realized, yo, I didn't even add effects to the sounds. I just sent the sounds directly to a bus. I didn't even add effects to the sounds. So technically, you could have like. I tried to stop this video, but hold on. I just gotta see something. If I let's see. What else could make this go crazy? I'm trying to see, like, is there, let's try filter bank. Might even parameter lock that. I mean, why not? So now this is just gonna add just additional. Yeah, you can go mad with this box. I'm not gonna lie. Like, might need to just relax. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna need to just. I mean, it's been a long work day, so I'm just gonna probably just sit down and just collect my thoughts. But oh, where'd the effects go? I'm about to. Yeah, here we go. This thing is just mind-boggling. Like, so I'm just randomly assigning. I'm not even gonna go through the rigor of. For a second, I was like, did it freeze up on me? I'm gonna copy that page. I'm gonna just. Oh, please wait. What's going on? I think pasting parameter locks can take a little bit of time. Look, I'm just gonna randomly see what happens here. So I'm pressing play. Oh yeah. So it's waiting for me to play notes. I'm wondering, I could probably change the, let me go to a different sound, do the same effect. Yo, these are stock sounds with just parameter, like, you don't need to add nothing to this box. I just decided to add like a bunch of my favorite drum machines. But you can literally just get this box and go. I gotta actually go, but like, yo, this is like, you can create your own instrument from this, like something that people haven't heard before. You can create basically whatever you cannot imagine out this machine. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I literally am at a loss for words. I didn't even do this until I came on stream, like, cause like I was just. I'm not doing anything. Like I'm gonna have to spend some time off stream and go through this. But yeah, thank you for joining. This was crazy. I learned something. Hopefully, this gave you some ideas. But yeah, I'll definitely do this again. All right, peace.